Welcome to episode 5 of Easy Expert Challenges. I'm JC Locke, and this week I will be covering a challenge which I have watched give experienced tournament players a bad case of stomach acid. Truer Champion. The obstacles presented in this challenge, well, they're rough. First of all, you are replacing a zero-cost champion with a two-cost champion replacement. This means that if you play top floor, you have one Ember to work with on turn 1 and 2 on turn 3, making for a very difficult setup in the early game. Then, unlike Dante, who himself only costs 1, losing a champion for Heph is a major trade down after Ring 4. To that end, I have seen 3 successful approaches to this challenge. Approach 1 involves using Heph all the way through. I have seen this successful once, using her kind of like a dollar store shard tail queen, taking all the space over time she provides and filling it up with an imp army. This required some serious high rolls, choice artifacts, and an endless transcendent infusion. Therefore, I deem this method suboptimal for front-loading purposes because there are just too many things that have to go perfectly right along the trail. Approach 2 involves throwing Heph away after Ring 4 and ignoring her, like many do Penumbra. This seems to be the most successful approach, but once again, suboptimal for front-loading purposes because most major decisions using this approach tend to be made in Rings 3 and 4. The final approach involves using Heph in the early game and then cashing her in for her infusion for the remainder of the game. The problem with this method is the infusion comes with a major drawback, the addition of 2 space to the unit infused. Don't get me wrong, getting trample and +30/+30 is seriously good, but 2 space is a big ask, and it cuts the unit off from infusion-based dynamic scaling options. Therefore, you must find proper scaling options elsewhere. As rough as this is the option I've chosen because it's the one that allows us to optimize the earliest in the run, and on a personal note, it lets me build one of my favorite creatures in the game, a creature generally only available by high-rolling an Umbra secondary with Awoken, Stygian, or one particular Wormkin, the Trampling Sweeper. My formula uses Exile Awoken with default Remnant. The reason for the inclusion of Dregs is that in addition to their ease of play to not get redrawn, in order to take on early shards and trials, Heph absolutely must have meat wall protection, or she can die before Relentless. A word of caution before we begin. In order to front-load this scenario, there are several unusual factors that must be taken into consideration. The biggest of which is that our final reset point is not Ring 1 like it has been in all our previous videos, it's Ring 2. So there is a strong chance you will reset many, many times before hitting it. First condition, you must have a scaling option in your random starting cards. This is not negotiable. We cannot depend on luck in the first ring, and we cannot access scaling options through infusion. Awoken gives us Razor Sharp Edge, and Remnant gives us Wicklash. Over time, both will need support, but either is good and acceptable. Next, you have to open up the map. Does Ring 2 have an Awoken banner? If so, good. If not, time to reset and look for that Razor Sharp Edge or Wicklash again. Finally, did you pull a sweeper from that Ring 2 banner, or perhaps the unit draft in Ring 1? The existence of rare units mucks up the calculations, but the odds of drawing one of 2 specific uncommon banner units from 2 draws without replacement is basically 40%. Not terrible odds, but certainly not in your favor. So, did you get your unit? If so, great, you're off and running. If not, well, now you have a choice to make. Do you see an Awoken banner on Ring 3 and want to try again, or would you rather re-roll from the start? This is not an easy scenario to optimize in this fashion, and will require a great deal of patience, and probably a snack. Usual disclaimers: Nintendo Switch, body and recovery, recording with about $75 worth of equipment. Also, this is the part of the video where the self-proclaimed YouTube expert that is my daughter tells me that I am supposed to ask you to like, comment, and subscribe if you like my content. You may do so if you feel such an urge. I am not here to tell you how to exercise your agency, and I work with enough analytics at my 9 to 5 to be bothered by them over the weekend. Now, it's time to pick up a hammer and nail this challenge. We begin our run, having rolled into Wicklash. Looking at the map, there is an Awoken Banner on 2, and as fortune smiles, is across the Merchant of Steel, so I will probably be taking this money up here. Heph's good for it. I like Emblem of the Exiles here. That can be part of our Relentless plan, especially since we're going to be in the late game focusing on a single unit. I definitely want a unit draft. I will just have to make use of proper meat walling tactics. And there's another reason I've chosen Dreg, so I actually have cards to play on the first turn because Heph is taking 66% of my resources just by existing. I'm going to put a meat wall in front. And a little bit of harassment down below. I'm going to Vine Grasps for some money. Do some quick math. We are going to be fine without Wicklash for a little bit, so let's not take chances. I get one more space from Heph next turn. I would prefer a Train Steward. How many I got left? I don't know why I'm looking there. Switch controls, what are you going to do? So I got 2 Train Stewards left, yeah. So I am going to continue my harassment line down below. Pump up Heph and draw some cards. Let's get rid of the 9-1. Don't really have a good root target, so I'll just root you. Put a meat wall in front of my harasser. Bump up Heph and trample everybody to death. Alright. More meat wall. Within 2 turns, yes, I will draw into the final Train Steward, so I don't play this one here. I am going to Wingmaker here to get rid of that 9-1. And spend my last resource to draw a card and pump Heph. We should be more than fine here. Yeah, my harassment line actually put in some work there. Well, this is free, no reason not to play it. Between 6 damage and drawing cards, I would prefer to draw cards. And we have the X, so there's no point in playing any further. I think we have a pretty good idea of where our strength currently is. I'm looking at Restoration Detonation here because we are going to need a consistent heal. And we currently don't have one. Wildwood Sap is nice, but I wouldn't exactly call it consistent. Yeah, I'm going to go with Restoration Detonation. And of these, I like Molded the best. The reason for that is because if things go just completely upright, then we should be able to salvage it by reforming our one and only unit. Slap a permafrost on it and don't even worry about it. Yep, molded. None of you are sweepers, sadly. Let's see if we got our sweeper. We did. Shattered shell it is. Alright, now is the point where we can finally, now that we have reached the end of our reroll points, actually take a look at the map and see what we're going to have to deal with in this run. Alright, we have the Merchant of Steel to begin. A Hellvent already, huh? Interesting. Alright, it looks like our first chance to infuse Heph into our sweeper is going to be on ring 4 after Talos here. After Rage Talos, it looks like. Rage Talos can be a little bit scary, but especially since we're using meat wall defenses. But I think we'll be okay. It's hard to say how we're going to swing on ring 4 until we actually do see what's in the steel shop here. I guess we'll make that decision when we come to it. So throughout the next few rings, we have ample opportunities to swing steel or magic based on how our luck is treating us. Ring 5 is likely going to be magic. Is it just temples all the way down after 4? Yes, okay. So we're flexible as far as the rate at which we pick up shards. That's good. Ugh, look at this terrible Merchant of Magic on 6. Yeah, that one's probably getting skipped unless we're in dire straits for a holdover. Jeez. Hellvent, Forgotten Boons, Pyre Remains. And hopefully by the time we hit that Merchant of Steel, we won't need it, but there's our removals. I'm not in love with this map, at least in the late game. And then we have the ultimate 8 here. We're definitely swinging left here. Hellvent, Vortex, and Merchant of Magic. Who's our Archus? Alright, by the time we hit Archus, we really shouldn't be using meat wall defense anymore, so I'm not terribly concerned about Darkness Initiate. And then, oh, okay, Sap Seraph. There are answers to Sap Seraph, we just have to find them. Primarily, though, I think we're going to be scaling in a way that should be able to outpace her. Worst case scenario, we plan to take a little bit of pyre damage on Sap Seraph. I don't see us taking too much. So bosses, not terrible. Map, very questionable. Alright, let's see what's in the steel shop. Not much we can do with Endless or Burnout here, so not unexpected. Let's reroll. There's a multi-strike. We'll certainly want that. And now we're looking for quick, or if we find the tome, another multi-strike or Fat Stone. Let's go ahead and give Heph a little bit more health for some early game survivability, and we're done here. I feel good about going to 25 here since we're not going to make our infusion until ring 4. And there are any number of artifacts that I would like to see that could potentially help with Zap Seraph. So let's take a look. Okay, combustible wax lets us use our Whiplashes now. But Fade's First Blade is really good for our scaling. I'm not concerned about the rate at which we're going to scale. I'm concerned about Relentless. Relentless is the scariest thing for the build that we're going to put together. So I'm gonna pick the safe route and go combustible wax. I think that's a good call. I do not need a unit draft, so there is no gain. I'm not looking for score. Let's not take it. How cheeky do I feel here? That is what, 3, 6, 9 spikes? I have answers to that. Let's play it safe. Oh, my Ember. Sure, I'm glad I didn't take armor on top of everything else here. At this point, I think we're going to lean heavily into Heph. I think with all of these spikes... Yeah, I think with all these spikes, Shattered Shell can't be relied upon. Probably should have played him in back in that case, but what are you going to do? Let's draw and scale. Send a drag and move on. Yeah, why couldn't you show up next turn, Restoration Detonation? Good news is, let's get rid of all these... Aw, really? Never mind. Well, if we have to take on spikes, let's at least sacrifice a meat wall. And keep pumping it up. Yeah, I can't keep Shattered Shell alive with Restoration Detonation having fallen in that hand. I believe I would like to separate you from the boss. Ah, I just misclicked. It doesn't matter though. Separate you from the boss. Just straight murder you. Use you for meat wall services. And a little more meat wall services. Not much to do here, really. Well, we have the X, but... I just wanted to do that. Okay. Razor Sharp Edge gives us another scaling option beyond Whiplash. I don't know if it's as good, but honestly, more scaling never really hurts. I don't think I want yet another one. Votavary. Oh man, my favorite meat wall of all time. Do I have a place for you in here? I can't think of any infusion. That I would want to have for you. I mean, some upgrades might be interesting. I don't know. I already have enough meat wall. It's hard to say no to Votivary, but I think today is the day I finally do it. Gotta be strong. Divine artifact. You know, it is Rage Talos. I do believe, yeah, that warrants a little bit of caution. I believe I would like to duplicate one of our scaling spells here, so we're going to swing right. The question is, which one? I think right now Whiplash offers pretty much nothing but upside at this point, where for the same scaling, Razor Sharp Edge does offer a disadvantage, so it's going to be Whiplash. Okay, what's in the caverns? Well, hello, Malika. One hand cast the spell, the other flipped the deuce. Okay, I'm going to pause right here for a second, because it's time for an old man rant. About why I love this game so much more than Slay the Spire. I'm gonna stop right here. I'll even draw up a little infographic, and let's get to ranting. So, this right here is why I love this game so much more than Slay the Spire. When I click on a cavern event, this right here is the worst thing that can happen to me. Malika shows up, offers me absolutely nothing, unless I'm on a solo fade run, in which case she might actually be a welcome surprise, and then show up to bother me a couple more times in the run. I have lost nothing, and am not in a worse position for having clicked the cavern. On the other hand, let's talk about Slay the Spire's unknown location events, particularly the ones with no option to do nothing. The one that galls me the most is probably Falling. Basically, you get to choose from one of 3 card types, and one card of that type is randomly purged from your deck. Randomly. The worst part of Falling is that it is only found on Act 3, so your run is almost over by the time you get hit with this nonsense, and probably have no time to recover from it. Winding Halls is another Act 3 exclusive you can't skip, and forces you to take on a curse or damage, but it's not as bad as Falling, at least in my opinion. Then there's the wretched Wheel of Change that can show up whenever it feels like. There's no option not to spin, and the bad options are taking on a curse or taking damage. And there's a whole bunch more that offer you nothing but a punch in the face for some more damage just because you dared show up with insufficient coins or didn't luck into the right artifact during the run. It introduces a punishing element to RNG in a game that already has plenty, and, well, it's just plain not fun. Alright, old man rant over. Let's get back to trampling this challenge. As my boy Rector Flicker so politely put it, no thank you, Malika. Do I want this money? On one hand, One way or another, yes, I am going to be spending money at a shop. I would go to 35 here, and then 60 here. 35 in front of Rage Talos seems fine to me. Yeah, we'll take the money. And move along. Cannot wait to get rid of you and your high maintenance cost. Okay. We have a bunch of rage going on. What I'm going to do... I could do Heph front, Shattered Shell back. Or I could wait until Shattered Shell comes back around, but that's going to be no less than, what, 5 turns? We're at 35 shards. Yeah, I need Shattered Shell. The question then becomes, do I scale Heph or do I scale Shattered Shell? And I think the answer to that question is I use Heph primarily as a tank and then scale Shattered Shell to make sure I can clear the back lines. Seems good. Get rid of one of you. Do not put him in front of Rage Talos. Razor Sharp Root Seeds. And I'll just send him here. Alright. Heal her up, take out another. Whiplash. Why not? We'll pull out another Dreg. No, he's not gonna... Well, he might actually. Yeah, he does. Question is, who gets the kill? 4, 13, 7 and 9, 16. Nobody. All right, no armor for you. Let's go. Wow, you are still just plugging along there, guy. I salute you. Yeah, we'll be fine to let both of those up. So I'm just going to play this for the free draw. Kill off you. Put up a meat wall and a sacrifice. Wingmaker denies Shattered Shell kills, but we're not here on the kill 'em with Shattered Shell plan. We're on the build up a giant meat wall to handle Talos here and Relentless plan. So let's go ahead and wipe out that entire line. And of these, I prefer Root Seeds. No, Whiplash, excuse me. Extend that burnout. I'm going to let the meat wall that's been building up health go ahead and stay in front. And those dregs are just hanging in there, aren't they? Get it, boys. Just gonna plug a free 6 into Talos. One more meat wall. Oh, we already have the X. We already have sufficient meat wall. Let's do it. Okay. Wow. Whew, this is a hard choice. Wildwood Tome is the one that jumps out at me immediately. That eliminates our need for quick from the shop, allowing us to grab either multi-strike or fat stone. We need an intrinsic on it. How many chances do we get? 1, 2, 3. We have 4. We have 5 chances for intrinsic. I think that's safe. I think at some point before we hit Seraph, we should see intrinsic. Certainly not a guarantee, but I'm willing to take that chance. If I wasn't, Unleash would definitely be the pick here. So yeah, let's roll the dice. Let's take Wildwood Tome. I have no need for a unit. And I would like to draw more cards, please. And it is at this point now where our tactics completely change, and we are now losing meat wall strategy and going all in on our trample sweeper. So let's get to it. First question is, which way do I swing here? Let's take a look at the map. My preferences are magic, trinkets, I could go either steel or possibly vent on 7. And then we're definitely going magic 8. So I think we take the opportunity now to hopefully not have to visit another magic or another steel shop. And we swing left. We sell whatever's in here. Peek in the steel shop. Well, okay. Second multi-strike. I like it in theory, obviously. Triple striking Trample Sweeper is a beast. Here's the problem. We did not get the sweeper with the health. We got the sweeper with the inherent scaling. Spikes exist. This is a problem we're going to have to solve if we go double multi-strike. We're taking on a lot of risk for a lot of power. But since we're not using the fat stone, when we make our infusion, he's only going to be 4 space, so we can still continue to employ limited meat wall, and that is a possibility until we figure out his health situation. Yeah, I think it's worth doing. Alternatively, I could play it safer. I think safer is the smart thing, but it's not me. I have to. If I lose the run for it, so be it. I will lose the run, having been true to myself. We'll see if I'm punished for my hubris here. Infusion time. No intrinsic. Anything here makes sense. I'm kind of wondering about hammer right now, because I don't need it to create space, and if I were to clear floors, all that does is steal kills from Shattered Shell. So I don't know if I pump resources into it. Nothing here warrants a -2. If it was a +30, then Restoration Detonation, absolutely. But right here, right now, what's my shard count? I'm going up to 65. Oh, sorry, I'm going up to 60, after which I have... Yeah, I have 4 temples. I don't need to take on shards for shards' sake, so neither of these really appeal to me right now. We'll just make our infusion and go. Heph, your service is appreciated. Your high maintenance cost is not. And now we have the dreaded Trample Sweeper. Onward to battle. Mark of Invasion. Alright, let's talk money. I will take on pyre damage, either from units or curses. So let's talk money. What am I spending it on? Now that I no longer need a Merchant of Steel, I'm definitely swinging left here. There's my removals. There's my magic shop. I'm already at 275. I'll get some money here. Yeah, I don't need the money. So especially now that I have been as kind of reckless as I have. It's not dire because Shattered Shell did pick up Heph's... He did pick up Heph's 30 health, so it's not immediately dire, and I still do have the benefit of Emblem of the Exiles. Oh boy. I am going to take on curses, and there is frick all I can do about that, but I believe that the scaling... oh, look at you, you spiked bastard. I think I do it anyway, come what may. Yeah, we don't need the money, but I think it's a good chance to take some on with lower risk than we're probably going to see for the rest of the run. So this was a hard decision, but in the end, we are going to take the challenge. All right, I'm only going to take 6 here. That is acceptable. It's extinguish, okay. In fact, I can very easily only take 4. Yes, I would like to separate you from that Absolver. Without knowing what's coming up, no, that was the wrong decision. Had I known what was coming up, I could have made an informed decision, but I just made an uninformed one. So we're going to see if that mistake comes back to bite me. All right, there's quick. We're good. We shouldn't be taking too much damage from this point forward. I hadn't factored quick into my calculations, but there's all until we find that intrinsic, there's always the chance of bottom decking. And there's nothing we can do about that until we find intrinsic. All right, I'm not taking any damage here. I would very much like to not take another Scourge here and not see my deck clogged up any further, so let's purge the weight of contrition. Send a Dreg. And we should be chugging along here. Get rid of 3 Train Stewards or draw 3 cards. You know, oh yeah, how bad is it? 60. Oh man. Oh man. 105, 75 times 3. Yeah, we're fine. I wish I had a Vine Grasp coming up, but I do not. Do I need to heal you up? Yeah, Porcupine Boy is coming, so let's heal you up. I'm going to take the 3 because I want to get a whole lot of burn out on my boy up here. It galls me, but what are you going to do? Yeah, I'm getting rid of both of these. Everybody dies. I don't need to worry about any of that. I don't have the resources to kill you off outright, so let's just do a bit of scaling and move on. Hammer shows up, I will happily drop it. Actually, no. I want to leave these Absolvers alive so that the first strike of my 3-hit sweep tramples over into the Porcupine. So, no, even if the Hammer does show up, I'm not going to play it. I have a feeling I'm going to be saying that a lot. Moving along, moving up. Do I want to separate? No, I want all that trample damage. So no, we do not ensnare here. I mean, we could ensnare the boss for a free draw. Let's do that. Hopefully the trample is enough to kill him in 1 turn. It's close. Alright. Get rid of these weights and then press the Y button. Well, we got our money. We only took 3 pyre damage for our trouble. Not too bad. Focused growth. I like focused growth a lot. Definitely a good -2 target. But my deck is already right at the point where I like it numerically. And at this point, what I really want to do is start making it more ember efficient and purging meat wall that is very, very quickly becoming useless to me. I have magic shops coming up with which I can invest in restoration detonation. And it's a lot easier to -1 a spell than it is -2. I mean, that draw is very nice, but I'm probably taking draw again from the next boss. So I think in the interest of deck consistency, I'm going to skip here. Man, there's nothing that excites me here. Onward, forward. Oh, I'm sorry. Hello again, Malika. Once again, no thank you. But feel free to keep coming by. As if I could stop you. Magic removals and money, no brainer. Peek in the magic shop. Holdover. Okay. What's in the temple? Ah! Oh well. Another 10 in piercing, huh? Another 10 in piercing. I should take at least 10 here. Alright. No, dang. Yeah. Okay. I have an idea. I will go ahead and take the -2 here. Stick it into a Wicklash. In case spell chain shows up. Man, that hurts me in the squishy bits right there, man. Ugh. I could have had... Oh, man. I could have had a free +2 card draw every turn in healing. So painful. Oh, well. Train stewards, you have served me extremely well. More so than most train stewards in your position, but it is time for you to go home. First things first. Hold over and -1 into a Wicklash. Permafrost, excellent. Where is our molded? That's another piece of the puzzle solved. I think at this point, I might even duplicate this. I just want to make sure that I have absolutely enough scaling to get past Sap Seraph. Sap Seraph scares me more than the Divinity at this point. All right, let's get ourselves a free root seeds. Double the healing potential of our restoration detonation. Let's talk about money again. I am probably going to swing left next time to get to removals. So I think I buy one purge, but no more. Now let's get another train steward on well-deserved retirement. Self-made harpy, another gentleman I do not wish to see on this run. Spikes 4, no thank you. Let's go. I can play bottom floor. Can I kill bottom floor? Let's do the math. So Heph shell, Heph shell, I like it. Heph shell here has 33x3. I am going to hit him with a +10, so that's going to be 43. On the first hit, he is going to take 43 damage, and then another 33 from the trample. That's 76. Then another 2 instances of 43 for 162. It is just enough to kill him. So that's exactly what we do. We play bottom. That way, if things go super bad against the self-made harpy, I can elevator my unit up as needed to finish him off. Yep, there's the X's. I guess I could have ensnared him anyway. I didn't even see that piece of the puzzle. So yeah, we were good. I think I just want to pump and draw. Everybody dies. Good. Free root seeds, always play that. You have the most health, so I want you in front, and that is why we are never purging our vine grasps, because they are that useful to us. Because any trample damage from the back line, which tends to have the least HP, does wrap around to the front. And for that matter, any trample damage from him too, since he would already be dead, would wrap around to the front. That is the glory of a trample sweeper. But everyone is exactly in the position I want them, so no vine grasp today. I just play out some dregs. And get to the slaughter. So far, so good. Really? You show up now? Thanks for the gumball, Mickey. And there's my vine grasp, too. That makes me all sorts of excited, let me tell you. I'm not going to redraw into you, so there's no point in trying to play you out and get Ember Drained for my trouble. 882. What can I do about that? First things first, let's do our usual scaling. Anything that's free. Oh, we have the X. We're good. We just needed one more bit of scaling. Yeah, and that was on bottom floor, so I feel very confident. I will feel a lot more confident if now the game is just insulting me. It really is. I'm feeling very confident now. A little bit more confident if I had... Whoa. Okay, how about instead of outracing Sap Seraph, we just shut Sap Seraph down completely? Yes, we absolutely take resin removal here. Very, very nice. After picking up resin removal, I'm now feeling a very powerful need to see another magic shop. So we're going to swing right instead of left like we were planning. Intrinsic? Nope. I will, however, gladly take that plus 30 magic power. I know exactly where it's going, and now I have a solid heal. 10 in piercing. Still nothing. Alright, show me what you got. Hold over. Okay. Yep. This is about as safe as one can feel at this point. Let's hold over our holy hoser. And let's, for that matter, never be bothered by spikes again. Oh boy, do I feel powerful now. You know... That is interesting. That is actually very interesting. That lets me keep Wingmaker if I actually find a use for it, and then get it out of my hair. That is worth 20 gold to me. Let's do it. I have nothing to remove, consume on. Yeah, sure. Why not? Got another free root seeds going on. And what's going on next ring? I'm not spending any. I'm actually gaining money next ring and not spending any. So let's get another purge going on. What do we got? We have one final train steward. I have never been more happy with a pack of train stewards in my life than I have been on this run. Let's go meet Archus. We have the tome opening hand again. Let me do some quick math again. 99 with plenty of travel. Yeah, you die easy. Cool. We'll play bottom floor Archus. Incant? It doesn't matter. I don't have any more cards in my hand. One spell shield down. Not like I'm not going to completely wipe his spell shield next time he shows up with resin removal in my hand. Speak of the devil. Yes, you are worth a card draw to me to hold over. Yeah, but wait, what are you doing? I don't think it matters. As much trample damage as you're taking on that first shot, you can incant all you want. Very, very well. Okay, let's hold over my resin removal. Root you for the card draw. Whiplash, Razor Sharp. And we are perfectly fine. Admittedly, the combustible wax here has made our dregs a little bit harder to play and get rid of, so they're probably another high priority removal target. What do we got? This is the Incant Shard. Cool. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to get rid of good old Wingmaker here. Just put 36 into Archus. Hold over our Holy Hoser. Put a couple root seeds into our drag for card draw and Whiplash. Why not? Might as well take our damage where we can find it. Have you taken any damage yet? No. Oh well. Have you? That's the last card in my hand. No. Okay. Four waves remaining. I think it's still worth holding over. Ideally, you would be in front and I would Vine Grasp you there, but everybody's dead, so it doesn't matter. Ooh! Oops. I think I'm going to go ahead and hold it over. It costs me 1 card. I'm drawing 9. Pay the stupidity tax. Keep plugging on. Wait. Yeah, we're fine. Yep, we're doing just fine. Alright, this is the last wave, so I have no need to hold the resin removal. Seriously, though, how good has Emblem of the Exiles been to us? So good. $11.46. See if we can improve that. Yep, we got the X. Very good. Utterly useless, all of you. And we take draw. Hello again, Malika. You can introduce yourself, but I remember you just fine. No thank you. At this point, with a Hellvent coming up, I believe I would like to prioritize removals. So there's a lot of value here, and I get nothing out of the Merchant of Steel, but the Unstable Vortex is just that valuable to me. Intrinsic, you're wrecking me. You are straight wrecking me, game. One last temple. Yeah, I'll get my final shards there. Hopefully on an intrinsic. I guess we'll see. Before I make my purges, let's go ahead and see what the Caverns has for us. Nothing especially useful. But I am feeling aggressive, so I think that's the best of the 3 calls. This is going to be a short ring, I think. All of our train stewards are gone, so it's time to say goodbye to Greg, and Greg Incorporated. Yeah, there's literally nothing in there I want. I want to save my money for now, and I have more removals coming up. What is it with the spikes on this frickin' run? Alright, I'm going to limp into Ring 8. Broke. That's fine. Oh, look at you. You are a sharded up Gilded Wing. Neat. Alright. 290 damage. Let's look at what we're doing here. So with my opening hand, only one Wicklash, I'm going to be doing 43 times 3 damage. Which means that he's going to take 43 initially. Yeah, 43 initially. 38 trample here and 18 trample here. All right, let me do the math. It was 53 because I can do that better in my head. 53, so okay, that's good. So if it were 53x3 with 2 Slay triggers, so 53, and then another 6, 3. If it were 53, he would have 43 hit points remaining. So the damage he's not taking is 30 from the first round, and then 10 each from the second round, so 50. That brings him up to 93 hit points. That's 2 shots at my pyre. Is there a powerful need for me to set up on bottom here? Yeah, it's Shade Wings. I'd like to be able to elevate her up my Shattered Shell if need be. So, yeah, we are just going to have to let him... Wait a minute, I don't have Quick here. That changes the calculus greatly. So I have just under a 50% chance of drawing it next turn. And Meatball's not going to help. So yeah, I don't know why I did all that math. I don't have the necessary piece of the puzzle to actually survive. So we play top. We really do not have much of a choice in that matter. Well, there's our Quick. If we'd have somehow survived that first wave, that'd have been fine. Good news is, now that we've had time to set up, I'm confident he will die. Do I want to scale, or do I want to... I believe I would like to scale. Quite. None of you have harvest triggers, do you? Oh, you do. Neat. Are you going to deliver the killing blow? No, you're not. That's a slay trigger, not a harvest trigger. Fine there. You, sir, are in the wrong position. I want you in front, and I don't have a vine grasp to do it yet. Will I draw into it? I will. Okay, so I'm not going to worry about ensnaring you. I am going to hose your rage, however. Yeah. Moving along. Wiltwing. Wiltwing. Alright. Gonna move you up front. Gonna hose your rage. I told you everybody was dead. Wings. Alright, it's safe, I think, to let the resin removal go for a little bit. I'm willing to lose 2 kills here to not... I'm willing to lose 4 kills here to not deal with 2 Wiltwings. Once again, you, sir, are in the wrong position. Am I drawing a dread next turn? I am not. So I'm probably going to have to eat some Wiltwing damage, and there's frick all I can do about it. I redrew into the resin removal anyway. It's fine. You, Mr. Wiltwing, can frick off and die. I believe I would like to separate you from your flock. Yeah, not much to do here. Just wait. I'm suddenly getting an echo from my mic. I don't know where that's coming from, so I'll have to fix that after this fight. I don't know why I just gave him a revenge trigger. The triple deuce. Yep. Yeah, none of this really helps me immediately. And nothing here. Alright, let me stop the recording for a moment and see if I can fix that mic echo issue. Okay, I think I've got the echo under control. Let's continue on. And our path here is obvious. Nothing but value to us. Alright, looking for intrinsic. Looking for spell chain. Show me either. Okay, well, I don't get intrinsic quick up into Seraph and Divinity, which is unfortunate. But I do at least get my free spell chained Wicklash. And that's not nothing. How many times did we miss intrinsic? 4 times? Oof. It happens. That's the game. That's the game. Have a peek here. Our money is limited. Look at the trinket shop. Faulty loader is certainly not nothing. It's helping the Divinity fight, if nothing else. So basically, if I take the faulty loader here, I have 100 to spend in the magic shop, which means I can't purge. Wait a minute. I have 21 cards in deck. No, I can't. Even with the days, I can't guarantee that I don't absolutely, utterly, and completely bottom deck my tome. And I'm not willing to risk that on Divinity. Seraph, maybe. Divinity, no. So for now, this is 25. No, I couldn't afford a reroll here. So now is the time to decide. Faulty loader or reroll magic shop. Or I could reroll here and take my chances. Even if I were to play top on Divinity, which is absolutely a possibility because I have my Restoration Detonation buffed up. This is... I don't think I need Faulty Loader because the first wave of Divinity has enough backline that I think the trample over on the first hit is going to be sufficient. If I were to reroll, though, what artifact exactly am I looking for? I already have what I would want from Awoken. Nothing from Endless. So, now the question becomes, is another free root seeds and whatever else the magic shop might show me better than the faulty loader. Unfortunately, all the spells I would want to upgrade are going to go. 60% of my root seeds are free. 66% of my Wickle Ashes. My deck is super efficient at this point. So I think we take the faulty loader. Alternatively, we could keep our money, and our Pyre is doing 73 damage a shot to anyone it comes across. You know what? I actually think saving the money is safer than the faulty loader. So yeah, we'll save our money, and we'll let our Pyre be beefy. Hellvent, I believe, is going to be that free spell chain. Ooh. Am I willing to go up to 125 shards for it? No, I am not. Do I want another holdover Wicklash? That will give me 3 holdovers off a 7 draw and a 21 deck. Yes, I would like another holdover Wicklash. Alright. I think we are prepared. Let's go march into battle. Interesting. So, we draw our Wildwood Tome first round. Here's the problem. This is Seraph. I'm not keen on 15/3s hitting my Pyre on the regular. Ooh, hello there, upgraded Darkwings. Nice to see you again. How's it going? And no scaling in my opening hand. Look, would you look at that. Alright then. Let's do top and honestly hope we scale enough before that dude shows up. First things first, clean the sap. This is going to be a good scaling turn for us. I feel a lot better after this. I'm willing to sacrifice a kill to get rid of good old Wingmaker here. Okay, anyone in the wrong position? Nope, everybody's good. Alright, everybody is good and dead. Clean the sap. What are your triggers? Slay? Oh yeah, Sap Seraph is going to be no match for us with his held over resin removal. Anybody here in the wrong position? Moving along. Do I currently have Sap? I have Sap 3. I mean, it's not like I can cast Resin Removal after he hits me with Sap again, so might as well just play it. Yes, you, sir, are in the wrong position. Move forward, please. Clean the sap. Alright, position check. How's everybody doing? So 230, 140. Yep, everybody's in the right position. I have no sap to cleanse. Do I have any buffs to hose? Yep, spikes. Goodbye, spikes. You're in the wrong position, but you're dead already, so it doesn't matter. This guy being in the wrong position. But you all down here. You're good. Keep it going. Dang it, there's that echo again. Where is that coming from? At this point, there's no need to continue holding over resin removal. Everybody's dead. And everybody's dead. And everybody's dead. It feels good. Hello once again, Malika. Nice of you to show up at the finish line. Hello once again, Malika. As always, my answer is no thank you. Let's wrap this up. Bottom floor is a possibility. I wish I had a little bit more scaling to pull that off. I do still have my hammer to clean up. Even so, I do not want to go into Relentless with Divinity. So even though I can play bottom here, and I would love to play bottom here, quick, Divinity doesn't care about quick, so I will be taking damage over time. 12, 14, or 10. It only really matters in the early game, while my deck is still a little bit bloated, and I can't consistently draw into my heal every second turn. But I think I'm going to continue to play it safe. I've been a little bit more aggressive than I generally want to be in this kind of series, so let's play it smart. Yeah, top floor. Let's get rid of your rage. And let's just plain get rid of you. Onward, forward, and all that. Hose all those spikes and spell shields. So 160, 140. I don't think that it warrants an ensnare. I think that warrants a vine grasp, which I should be drawing into. And all you are fine as you are. lose a kill there, but that is far from my primary means of scaling. Spikes? No thank you. I would like you in front, please. And I would just plain like you to die, but I don't get every wish. Yes, I need you in front, please. Hello, once again, Spikes. Goodbye, once again, Spikes. You're actually going to cause the mini-boss trample damage, so I want you to stay. $36 damage twice. Dang it, that'll just kill him. Looks like I hang on to the Wingmaker a bit longer. Rage and regen, I'm far less concerned about that, but I got nothing better to do with my spells. How about positioning? Everybody good? Good enough? I should honestly probably chill on the razor sharp edges while Wilt Wings are showing up. But I should draw into my heal next turn. Ah, he died anyway. What you gonna do? How many times have we clashed here, Divinity? It does seem like many, does it not? Spell shield and spikes, goodbye. I got news for you though, my friend. You're kind of losing this one. I don't think you're going to last till Relentless, in which case, you know, I win, obviously. You know what? Just pretend that I didn't say that and you still think I'm smart. You think I'm not too proud to put 3 damage into you? Because I'm not. At this point, this wave's not going to reach me, so let's get rid of Wingmaker. Oh, wait, I have the X. What am I doing? Let's just end it. Thank you once again for joining me on Easy Expert Challenges. I hope that this particular strategy makes the Truer Champion challenge just a little bit less spicy on the tummy for you. I'm JC Locke, and I will see you next episode.